Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 5 of OG and the B. Today we have special guest McConnell from Rutgers Men's Basketball. Woo!
Thank you.
So, as you guys know, they beat Ohio State last night at the Rack, and we were fortunate enough to catch him on his day off. Got him in the studio.
Bribed him with some pizza.
Finally get a day off. Feels great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. So, I think in episode 3, I think it was, or 2, our bad ref episode, we covered your unfortunate loss against Ohio State the first time away. So, explain how you were feeling going into this game. Did that have any kind of weight to this game, or were you not even thinking about that?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. Especially for me and the guys and the team, it was definitely something that was has been on our mind. These last couple of weeks since the last time we played them, which I forget how long. It was maybe like about 3 weeks ago. So this is definitely one of those games that we had circled, and going to this game was it was very intense. Very very emotional, but other than that, we kind of knew we had them, and we deserved to. Mm-hmm. I mean, what I'm saying, like we deserve to win. So this is a game
to win the last time.
Yeah.
This time should be.
Well, when did it actually start with you guys? You go down that game, then you come home to Seton Hall, then you got this game, Purdue, and you got Iowa. You're not thinking about Ohio State during any of that.
No. This league is too good to be thinking down the road. So you gotta
exactly.
as it approached, more towards the day, and we seen Ohio State was coming. Now we're like, all right, guys, listen, this is our revenge game. You know what I'm saying? Now we got to show them that we deserve to win. You know what I'm saying?
Good. So that was more. I like the way you're framing that. It was more we deserve. That one. So now we got to show them we deserved it. Because we lose this one, they're all going to say, "Oh, you really probably should have or could have lost anyway."
Exactly.
That's a good way to think about it. Where we deserve that one, and we're going to show you by beating you this time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, I like that.
Yeah. And your energy definitely showed right off the bat. You got the steal, then you went up for the layup. The place was going insane, and then you scored again, and then it was 4-0 for some time.
Let's really say what it was. It was McConnell 4, Ohio State 0. And hey, props to you for taking off. And that one play, I got to tell you, I know I told you after the game, but I want to say it again. That was NBA type league stuff, especially the way you scooped it away from the guy. It's nothing. You break down. You went upright. Yeah. You saw that you went with your left. And I hope everybody who sees this replays that. That was just an awesome layup.
No, I appreciate it, man. And it definitely felt good, and I knew it felt good for our team just to take the lid off the basket, because I'm sure it was about a 3-4 minute stretch before anyone could even score. And the thing was with that, I felt like we got all the great looks that we usually got, but they just wasn't going in. So I'm glad that I was able to tee us off with that one for sure.
Yeah, no, that was great. You had 2 good ones, and it was 4-0, and thank God we got the lead. Imagine if it was like Iowa. All of a sudden we're down 9-2, 11-4. No. You got us off to a good start, and obviously the game took its toll. But how did you feel when you guys were down almost 10 points? What was going on at that point? It was like 20-11 at the 8-minute mark. You go into the huddle. I'm sure Pike might even had a timeout. Yeah. What is he saying to you guys?
So the kid hits a 3. Pike calls timeout, and really he was just saying, guys, you just stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Pike doesn't get too rattled in those type of moments, but he did want to call timeout just to kind of make sure that we were relaxed. Because like I said, we were getting so many open looks, but they weren't going down. Dre had a few open looks. Cam had an open looks. Cliff missed a couple touch shots. I even missed a couple pull-ups and a couple open threes that I usually make. And Pike was just telling us, just calm down, guys. Just keep playing us. Stick to our basketball, and you'll be fine. So the shots will go in eventually. So and that's what he did.
And on that note, everybody who watches Rutgers basketball knows Pikel is probably one of the most level-headed coaches in the conference, right? So how did it feel to see him get a technical for the first time in your career?
All right. I mean, actually, I'm kind of surprised because, as you say, Pikel is pretty level-headed, but I didn't see Pike kind of like turn up on the refs or, you know, act a little like if you really watch the game, you see him acting crazy on the sideline. But, you know, that's just Pike trying to get the crowd going and get us going. And one thing Pike is always going to do, which I love, he's always going to fight for, you know, what's right, and he's always going to fight for us. So, and that's kind of what he showed while getting that tech, you know.
Well, especially for you, because you were the one that got violated.
Yeah, exactly.
You went up for the rebound right in front of Mr. Ayers. I wish I had his picture. Ayers, the ref, horrible game, by the way.
Yeah.
Right in front of him, you go up for the rebound, and everybody in the place, especially him, could see them pull your arm away and you lose the ball. How good did it feel that Pike had your back?
Yeah, like I said.
Particularly, because if he doesn't, you're like, God, come on. Somebody yell, because I don't want to get thrown out. I don't want to get teed up.
No, so usually Paco is good about that, about having our back, but just to see him, you know, take the extra step and, you know, really take one for the team. And and you know, and that was pretty big. But and then I even told someone this yesterday that even got us even going, because we were down, I think, 6 or 4.
No, it was 20-11.
20-11 at that point.
Yeah.
You know, he got the tech, and then we all came to the huddle. It was just the guys on the floor, and we're like, all right, let's turn up. Let's match his energy and let's do this for him. You know what I'm saying? Because so he kind of got us going with that. So I'm glad he did what he did.
Like a good coach should. He
like
knew exactly. He knew it was time for a tee.
Exactly.
You know, some coaches even plan it like, hey, I got to take a tee. I remember when I played, you can hear the head coach telling the assistant, get a tee.
Right.
He's literally telling him, because the head coach didn't want it, but he's telling him, get a tee.
No, exactly.
And I can see the assistant go, okay. And they tee him up.
Right.
And it's for the juice, which is good. So that was great turn of events. But let's get into a little bit of the details here. I know Bianca and I were talking about it before you stopped by, and I mean, nobody shot well. I mean, it was not like a typical home Rutgers game.
Right.
You guys shot 25% from 3-point, and only 34% from regular field goals. I mean, what were you guys thinking? Was it?
Man, this is a good old. This is what we call a good old Rutgers grit and grind win. This is something that I'm definitely not. It's definitely not new to me. You know, we definitely get. I think I think we kind of pride ourselves on these kind of wins. You know, when the ball's not going in, it's just an ugly game, and somehow we just come out on top. You know, just like me, you were talking earlier, like. You're looking at the stats. You're saying, man, like, how did you guys win this game? Like, all their stats are better than yours, but you know, we just got gritty. You know, we and we pride ourselves on making the plays that's gonna make a difference, rather than us getting a loose ball, winning the 50-50 balls. You know, staying aggressive, trying to get to the rim. You know, and now that's drawing fouls. Cam Spencer shot almost 10 free throws, if not 11.
Yeah.
Cliff almost shot 10. Paul shot some, so those are kind of the gritty plays that you have to do. You know what I'm saying, to come up with the win, especially during an ugly game like this, where you know your players aren't making any shots. You know, and that's one thing I could also salute to Pike, is just guys. You know, he was just tell us just stay with it, and just keep fighting, and we'll come out with the win. So. It's a good old Rutgers win for you right here.
Absolutely. And it's like you know it's going to turn when you guys are playing the way you were playing.
Exactly.
You know, you saw the energy, like Bianca said earlier. We saw the energy. We saw the fight. We saw the fire. You give a calm to the fans, knowing like they're on their game. This is their game.
Exactly.
Ball's not going in, but these guys are on their game, which is defense.
All right.
And Todd Frazier, you remember we said that? Todd Frazier, who's the Rutgers alum,
that's my guy.
Played for the Yankees, played for the Mets, maybe another team or two. He said, and I saw his Twitter this morning, which was awesome. Mm-hmm. He said, I wasn't really, a basketball player. Everybody talks about offense. He goes, but watching Rutgers play defense is poetry.
Right. Yeah, it really is.
It really is.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you guys have to be really zoning on that to know that when you're on defense, how well and good it looks.
Yeah, man. So I haven't played on teams like in the past, and we had good defensive teams with, like, especially my sophomore year, like Jacob Young on the ball. He was just amazing defender. Akwazi Yeboah, big time transfer. Miles Johnson, big time rim protector, shot blocker, and so we had a lot of those guys. And Pico would he would beg us to play D, like, guys, please, like, this is it, this is our trick, like, just play D, and we would shut teams down, like, on accident, but Pico would try to get us to, like, guys, this is, like, just play D, please, and we'll win games. but we just, for some reason, we just weren't connected. You know, this team is very connected, and that's what makes us special. You know, and that's what makes our defense special. And when we're rolling on offensive end, it makes us even more like better of a team when we're just connected. So I think just our connectedness on both ends of the floor is just awesome, and it even makes our defense look way better because we're so connected.
Well, and you probably heard this a lot when you were younger. Coaches would say it, but I didn't believe it. It'd be like, defense is what makes a good offense. We're like, I don't know. A good offense makes a good offense. Right. What's that defense? Just give me the ball. Yeah, exactly. It's like in football. You want to score touchdowns. You want to be the guy. Defense was always, But the way you guys play, you've taken it to another level to where it's really appreciated.
Yeah, exactly.
And now recognized.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I mean, they're talking all over Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You guys are now the number 2, figuratively, in the nation. But I don't know a team that plays any better defense.
Yeah, man. We got.
What else does it take to get number 1? Because you guys are right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, we definitely got the pieces. So even like Mawat, you know, Cam, and even the kids that don't, you know, like Jalen Miller's a terrific defender. Derek's getting there. You know, Derek's trying to be a little pesky a little bit. Andre, great rebounder, so he's gonna get in there and stick his nose in there. Dean can block shots, and he can defend. He can move his feet well.
Everybody bought in.
Everybody's bought into what Steve Pike was trying to do.
No, and man, you came at the right time.
Yeah,
because you guys and your crew really turned this program around. So you got to feel good. This is your last year here.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But man, you're getting all the fruits of the labor. Gio and Ron, I bet they wish they had one more year.
Always.
Gio, tell me.
So I wish I had one more year to play here, man. No, it was definitely awesome to see.
Just 1 year shy, Gio. This was the year.
Right. Yeah,
because everybody's now talking about you guys being absolutely a big run team through the NCAAs.
Yes, sir.
And
man.
we hadn't talked about that in the past. It was all about just making it.
Right, just trying to get in, just trying to find a way creeping in there. Right?
Get it, claw in, let's grab a game. No, this one, it'll be a disappointment after you get in if you lose the first one.
Exactly.
You're going to get a nice seed, should knock off the first one, otherwise it'll be an upset.
Right.
And then let's see where we go.
Exactly.
Let's see where we go. So that's got to feel really good.
Man.
And kudos to you and the team for playing as tough as you have been in light of injuries, referees, and I know you were battling a little bit of a sickness the last couple games.
Yeah.
We saw you after Northwestern. You look like death warmed over. It was like, how the hell did you play that game?
Man, I definitely had to get a ton of rest, man. Drink a lot of fluids and just take all the meds I can, appropriate meds. But yeah, man, I've been battling just a little cold these last 2 weeks now. And so yesterday was another just.
This is the best I've seen you since Northwestern, right?
Exactly,
and you didn't look good in Northwestern, honestly.
Right.
You looked tired.
Yeah.
Although you won, you gritted it out like the warrior you are.
Exactly.
But yeah, so glad you're feeling better. You got your vitamin C, everything going. Get a little chicken soup, maybe.
No, I've been trying to just take care of my body the best way I can, and that's just drinking all the fluids I can, taking the right meds, and getting a ton of rest, getting a lot of rest. So, which is hard, especially now during the season and so many games, practices, and this is our second day off in like 20 days. So so something like it. So it's definitely a crucial schedule, man.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come to the studio.
Oh, no problem, man. That's my spot.
How many pizzas is this costing us?
I need about 3 boxes for this.
Bianca, did you have something to say?
How do you feel about Mawat's one of your best friends on the team, and it must feel really good that he was finally put in the spotlight, closed the game for you guys. How does that make you feel?
Man, I just kudos to him, man.
Is that what we can call him? Watt?
Oh yeah, you can't. Mawat for y'all. Man, Mawat.
I'm picking up a little thing here. Hey, Watt.
Nah, man, Mawat's an awesome kid, awesome person, man, and that dude is just a worker, man. I'll call him right now. He's probably in the gym right now, probably shooting. He probably already shot about 2,000 shots right now. So, Mawat is just a extremely hard worker, man. Very, very humble, very, very disciplined, and very hungry, man. And it only speaks volume to what kind of kids that Steve Pico wants in this program. And Pico is, and Mawat is definitely like the definition of a Rutgers player, just a grit and grind guy, And he gets it, and he does everything very humbly, as I can say, and he just goes about his business, man. And Mawat continues, and he wants to get better every day. And yesterday was no surprise to me. The shots he made was no surprise. Those are shots I see him make all the time. So it was only a matter of time, that he.
Well, you've said it every year. Last year was supposed to be his breakout year, and this year was supposed to be his breakout year. Well, maybe now finally mid-season he's breaking out.
Yeah, man, and
he's gonna be it.
Yeah, now he's trying to put it all together. He has it on the defensive end. I'm like, Mawat, man, you're next up. You could be. Man, I have so much trust and so much things like with Mawat. I'm like, bro, you can even win defensive player of the year, like, and you can. And like I spoke about him earlier. I speak so highly of him because he's such a hard worker. So I could speak all day about Mawat, honestly.
Yeah,
so.
We were very excited for him.
And that one pass that you made to him when we needed a basket, I think they went zone. You dropped one into him in the middle of the zone.
Yeah,
he turns around,
boom, bang, like it's nothing.
Bang.
And you know what? So it was last game. It was against who played Northwestern. The last game against Maryland. Okay, it was Maryland. And they tried to go zone on us. It was that same exact shot right there in the middle. He turned around. And I think he airballed it. It hit outside the rim. And everyone's like, damn, Mawat. But, I take Mawat. I'm like, Mawat. I was like, bro, you make that shot 9 times out of 10. Like, bro, keep shooting that shot.
Exactly.
Ohio State game, I throw it to him right in the same exact spot, and he makes it. So that's
like nothing.
Yeah, like nothing. And that's what and that's what he does. So I'm just glad that Mawat had finally had one of those games where where he gets to stand out and stuff. But it's gonna be plenty of those games to come.
Can we call him Mo?
Call him Mo, baby. Call him Mo. He got all types of nicknames. Yeah.
Great job, great
Hollywood.
game.
Call him Hollywood.
MVP of the Ohio State game, Mo. You got the game ball.
Yeah, right.
If I had it, I'd give it to you right now.
Yeah, yes, sir.
But no, now I would say put that one in the books. Great job. Typical Rutgers win at home. Yeah. The fans, man, I tell you, that place was rocking like I've never heard it.
That place is awesome, always.
And I can't wait for the next home game because it's just probably the best experience. We talked about this in one of the episodes.
There's only 5 more.
5 more home games.
Yeah, we got 5
All
more
right,
games.
hey, that sounds like a lot to me right now. I'll be happy with 5. When you tell me there's 1 or 2, I'll get sad. 5, I'm packing a lunch every game. But what you guys have done to that rack, literally blow the roof off it. Yeah, but you're giving so much hope to the fans and recruits. Well, you just signed a 5-star recruit. Kid, man. It's probably because of the rack.
Yeah, man, and honestly, it's just like
Bailey is his name.
Yeah, I think Ace Bailey, kid. Yeah. I want to say Illinois. I'm not too sure.
From Georgia
or something like that.
Yeah, from Georgia.
The kid, Paco was just raving about the kid, and the kid actually committed after Pike came into the locker room and was like, hey, like, good game, guys, now it's on to the next, whatever. And the kid came in right after and was like, hey, coach, I'm committing. So, we kind of celebrated that. But,
awesome.
It's awesome, man. This program is just going to continue to level up. We got two other kids. I think they're 4 stars.
You got
they just
Gavin.
Committed. Yeah, and Gavin. Oh my God! So this program is just going to continue.
Dylan Harper's next. What does Ron say? What are our chances? Is he leaning towards Rutgers? Is Ron doesn't know?
I hope so.
Give us a little insight.
I hope so. Hopefully he stays home and he's a hometown kid and he stays here, which I think it would be great, man. I mean, to be able, like, even me, I'm a Florida kid, and also Ohio, half and half. So I would have loved to honestly been able to play for the Florida Gators or the or even, I hate to say this, like the Ohio State or something like that. Dayton, right? Dayton Flyers. But just to get that hometown experience, it's nothing like it where you can have your whole family, cousins, and come to your game every game, and you walk around your hometown, and Caleb, you're a legend here now. You know what I'm saying? Which you're gonna create your own legacy, but for a kid like Dylan Harper to follow his brother's footsteps and make his own legacy here, and have potentially to just create his own story in your own hometown. I think that means more than anything than already following behind other legacies.
That's what I've always said. You can go to Duke, but there's 5 Dylan Harpers at Duke.
There's 50. 5. There's 50 of them at Duke. There's 50 of them. So Rutgers, you have you have you have great players that came through Rutgers, and then this last decade and this last couple of years, the Geos, the Ron Harpers, you got me, and then you got the people that's coming under me. We're able to create our own legacies now. So now when we go back, people are, oh, that's him. Oh yeah, I remember him. Rather than Dylan, he's just gonna be number. I mean, and I'm sorry not to speak on Dylan. So I'm just speaking now. I'm speaking in general, but now that's number the 53rd best player at Duke or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Rather than being the first or
I went down there. I forgot who was playing there because you start seeing Kyrie Irving, then you see Hill, then you see. I'm like, well, wait, I forgot them because there's so many good ones. You forget some of the past ones.
Exactly.
You're right. This is the beginning of something big, and again, congrats to you and Ron and Gio and Miles and for starting this snowball.
Exactly.
And how great is it? You got one more year and they're gone and you get to enjoy this. Kill it. Well, let's talk real quick about Michigan State. We got coming up. I'm sure a lot of people want to hear how you guys feel about Michigan State. You now, congrats, number 23 in the nation, by the way. Number 23. We got him right here. 22 would have been nice.
Right, 22 would
have been nice.
I'll take 23.
You beat Michigan State, maybe you go to 22. And number 2 in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
I mean, who talks about this? The last few years, we talk this time of the season. So you ranked and you're number 2 in the Big Ten. I was like, no. You must be talking about Michigan. You must be talking about Iowa. You guys are number 2 in the Big Ten and number 23 in the nation. You're going into a hell of an environment. I mean, they all are.
The embarrassing center.
What's your feelings? And I know guys haven't really talked about Michigan State yet, but what's your feelings going in there? What's your memories of being there in the past?
Yeah, so I just call it the Steve Pikiell mindset. It's just this game is over. Beat Ohio State, okay, cool. Now it's just on to the next. And even with this Big Ten schedule, don't even bother looking 2 games ahead, 3 games ahead. You have to literally take it day by day, game by game, week by week, and you have to just approach that. You have to have that mindset. And we're only, if you think about it, and people, the rank 23 sounds good. We're in second place, sounds great, but we're only in January. We still have four games left in January. We have 8 games in February and 2 games in March, and that will that wrap up the Big Ten season. So we got 14 games left, and anything can happen. You see Ohio State. If you look at them in December, they're ranked, they're on a roll. You would never thought that they're
15th, I think.
Yeah, and you would never thought that they're on a 4-game losing streak right now. So this Big Ten schedule, like I keep saying, is ridiculous. The teams from top to bottom are just so great. Great coaches. It's so competitive day in, day out, and so really you gotta have that mindset of just going in every day at practice, getting better. Day by day, taking teams and approaching them like they're the number 1 team every game, and you just gotta have that championship, in the back of your mind. So every day you can, like that's what you're chasing after. So that thermostat stays on 100.
The mentality kind of might be you're only as good as your next game.
Yeah, man.
Not even as good as your last game.
Yeah.
You're only as good as you play in the next game.
I didn't even think about that one.
All right, you can use
that.
Like that. Give me $1 every time you use it. But yeah, that's kind of been my mindset when I was playing. You're only as good as your next game.
Yeah, man, you can't get too high. I think
one of my coaches might have even brought that up.
Yeah, man, you definitely can't get too high, can't get too low. But we are going to Michigan State on Thursday, the Breslin Center. I think I just caught their game before I came over here. The Michigan State versus Purdue. That was a great game. They're actually missing one of their best players. So it just speaks volume to what kind of team they are. They missed one of their best players, but they were right in the ball game with Purdue.
Took it to the last shot.
Took it down to the last shot. So great. Hall of Fame coach Tom Izzo. So they're always going to be good no matter what kind of players they have. And so I'm very excited just to play there. But no, it's gonna be another fight, man. Michigan State's always a good team. They're I think they're number 3 in the Big Ten. They're right under us. Could have been above us if they won. So it just
would have been a 3-way tie.
Yeah, man.
For first,
yeah,
if
exactly.
They beat Purdue.
Yeah, exactly. So we gotta go in there having that same mindset. Just grind them down and and find a way to come out with the win.
Well, I'm glad that you're healthy and better than I know you were against Northwestern and Ohio State, so that's going to be a plus.
Yeah.
Now with cats out of the bag, we're telling him, watch out, Caleb's going to be even better against Michigan State because he's fully healthy by then.
Yeah, man.
And I know Bianca wanted to wrap it up with a little comment about the Big Ten and Michigan State.
What she got for it?
Huh?
What she got for it? About the Michigan State?
What was your opinion of Michigan State? You know this is a big game.
Not much. I mean, I think it's going to be a great matchup. You guys both look very even. Yeah. You know. So, do you know who you're guarding yet?
No, I don't. So tomorrow, I mean, I'd say we don't
want to give that away.
Yeah, right.
No.
But no, we can't tell that. But no, I would say though, I do feel like Michigan State matches up well with this, you know, because they have length, they have size, they're strong, and they're also another great defensive team. But so we'll see. It's gonna, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna go over the whole game plan and stuff. But you know, as far as I know, the game plans are always the same. Just as long as we do us, then we get us results. So as long as
I like when you said that in the media.
Yeah.
As long as we do us, we get us.
Yeah, man, and that's always the outcome. Especially like I said, grit and grind win. If we're hitting threes, you know, off the backboard, if we're shooting 80% here or 40% here, as long as we do us, we're gonna get us results. So I keep preaching that to the guys, and yeah, man. So I'm excited.
If I'm Michigan State, I'm worried.
Yeah.
You guys shoot 25% from three,
right.
33% over the game, and you beat Ohio State. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You're going to improve on that. I don't see you playing.
No, you can't shoot any worse than that. So.
No, and you still grind it out to win. So Michigan State, you better keep your eyes open because not only is this guy going to be 100% healthy, but the whole team going to be shooting a lot better than they did against Ohio State.
So we're coming.
Be ready. And best of luck to you. And again, thanks for coming by.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
And congrats on being ranked once again.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
so
appreciate
cool.
it. Yeah, hopefully it stays. It keeps getting lower and lower. So we'll see.
Higher and higher.
Or higher and higher. However you want to put it. Higher and higher.
Or like the number gets lower.
Yeah, the number gets lower.
I get you. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. And we'll see you again.
Maybe after the game.
Soon. So I'm sure I'll be back in the studio soon. So.
Yeah. I want you on the phone. I saw Paul do a phone call while he's getting on the plane.
Oh, okay.
At Purdue. Can we call Caleb and get that? He's walking to the plane.
All right,
and he's going, okay, and he sits down.
That's going to be 5. That's going to be 5 pieces then. I need 5 pieces for that.
We'll take you into the joint for all you can eat. How's that? Brought to you by Zachary of West Long Branch. Caleb's favorite Monmouth County restaurant.
Yeah, if you're in Monmouth County, check out Zachary's, dog. You won't regret it.
All right. Adios, amigos.